Good morning. It is finally time. I am finally gonna sit down with y'all and actually talk about my weight loss surgery. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this is like, oh my gosh, there's a fly in the house. Did anybody see that fly? I think this fly, no, I just turned on the camera, because where did that fly just come from? Did y'all just see that? I promise y'all, I have been sitting here for the last 20 minutes getting my little thoughts together. There has been no fly. This is making me so upset because that feels intentional. I definitely feel like this intentional. Anywho, y'all, it's finally time for me to do this Q&A with y'all about my weight loss surgery. I have refilmed this video because I talk way too much and I keep getting off track. So now that I'm sitting here for real, and just gonna talk to y'all and tell y'all about my weight loss surgery, I'm gonna just start from the beginning. I'm gonna tell y'all why I decided to have the surgery, my process of getting the surgery, and then I'm gonna pull up the questions and answer the questions that y'all have about the surgery, because I did realize that just me telling my story answers a lot of questions that I think some people might have. But also y'all had some fun, like, extra questions that I'm just gonna go ahead and just give you a flat out answer for. So I'm trying to keep this video to only an hour, because y'all know when me and Bae sit down on this couch and put this camera up, we will literally sit and talk to y'all for an hour and 57 minutes if that's what it turns into. I'm not gonna do that to y'all today. And I do plan on trying to get a full tour of my loose skin for y'all. I can't believe it. I'm gonna actually show my loose skin. I never just show my loose skin. Y'all have seen my arms a couple of times if you actually watching the vlogs, but I don't just normally show my loose skin because that was something I struggled with for a long time. But before I deep dive into that, let's just start from the beginning before I get off topic. Weight loss surgery. What is it? What kind did I get? What made me get it? So I had the weight loss surgery. The weight loss surgery is supposed to be a tool. First of all, a lot of people confuse it with, oh, it's just a quick and easy way to lose weight. No. One, there's actually a possibility that you won't lose weight on a weight loss surgery. I personally have met about 3 people that did not lose weight on a weight loss surgery, which blows. Now that I've had it, I talked to those people literally years before I even had it. I'm talking about 2019. I'm talking to people before I even had the surgery, and I've been told, like, I had that surgery and I ate a taco. Literally, I promise you, the lady sat in my face and said she ate 3 tacos that night after she had the surgery. That at the most amount, she lost maybe 45 pounds. Now that I've had the surgery, it was definitely her fault. I've met people who've had the surgery and gained every last bit of the weight back within 2 to 3 years. Now that I've had the surgery, again, that was 100% their fault. I am sorry to say it, but it most definitely was. The surgery is a tool to help you lose weight. I'm trying to say it and not spray it. If I spray it in your face, I do apologize. Put on your raincoats. I'm drinking a little coffee right now. Hold on. It's actually a protein shake. It's not a coffee. It's a protein shake, sugar-free caramel, and cold foam and ice. But I've just met all type of people who told me that the weight loss surgery has failed, as well as when I get online and search up weight loss surgery, all I ever see is failure videos. I never really see a lot of videos of people talking about how it changed their life and how they succeeded from it. So I like to add to the crowd of people who had a success story from the weight loss surgery. So what type of weight loss surgery did I have? I had gastric bypass. I'm gonna say there's 2 different kinds, but I think there's 3 different kinds, but they don't do the 3rd one anymore. So the 3 different kinds is you can do lap band surgery. I don't know if anybody still practice that, because with the lap bands, I heard that they can pop and you have to go get them replaced and stuff. And my surgeon in specific told me that he was no longer even offering it as an option. But I do know that some people might still offer it as an option. And that's basically when they take like a little rubber band, put it around part of your stomach, so it's like restricting the size of your stomach. But I did hear over time it can pop, adjust, or move, and you'll have to go get surgery again. There's also the gastric sleeve. That's another option that my doctor was offering at first, and that's basically when they cut out about 80% of your stomach, 75 to 80% of your stomach. So imagine it's your stomach. They section it off to like the size of a pencil, and everything else they cut off, toss, and throw away. I chose to do the bypass. The bypass is when they completely cut out your stomach and then just take your upper intestines, create you this tiny little 4-ounce pouch, and then connect it to your lower intestines, and boom. My stomach is still in my body. It's just roped and taped off and set off to the side for the rest of my life right now. So the reason I chose to do the bypass was because you could lose more weight on the bypass. From what my surgeon told me, with the sleeve, I was supposed to lose about 80 pounds. He said I lose about 80 to 100 pounds. With the bypass, I would lose at minimum 120 pounds. At my starting weight, I was 300, well, my biggest weight, I was 348 pounds. I feel like somebody gonna be like, there's no way, I can't even see that. I can't not see that. Like, I've been overweight my whole life. I've literally been overweight since I was a tiny kid. So to me, bigger is better. BBW I was. Like, that was the norm to me. And then one day, how I actually got into wanting to have the surgery, it was actually my mom's idea. So I have been struggling with weight loss my whole life. Like I told y'all, I have been struggling with weight loss. The first time my doctor ever told me I was overweight was when I was in 7th grade. Now, hear me out. I was a very active child. I was a competitive dancer, baton, gymnastics, everything. I was an active child. I did track and field. I did everything. I just had really bad eating habits. Like, I would always, if you want me to work out right now to this day for 3 hours, I can do it. I used to love to watch endurance on Discovery Kids. I have high endurance. I have very high energy levels. I just had a poor eating diet. And so the very first time my doctor ever told me I was overweight, I remember that week I had just mastered doing me a split in my baton and gymnastics class. I was so happy. My teacher, she loved to throw healthy parties. So it'd be like she giving us grapes and fruits and little yogurt bites and 100% juices. And I remember feeling so good that week because I done got my split down pack. I'm eating my little healthy snacks. We having this class party. The next day, my mama picked me up early to go take me to the doctor for a doctor's appointment. Just, regular kid checkup. And my doctor was like, you're severely obese. At that time, y'all, I was 12 years old and I weighed 175 pounds, which oddly enough, as of right now, my ideal goal weight, and I do think this is just some resume back to some trauma or my goal weight is 175 pounds. That was the first time I was ever told that I was too big, that I need to figure out other weight things. And to me now, 175 just sounds like the ideal weight. And that's the ideal weight that I'm trying to, right now, as of now, I'm still about 20 pounds away from that. So I'm trying to just get back to my 175, which, believe it or not, I got down to 185 when I was initially trying on my wedding dresses, and I did not enjoy it. Like, everybody around me was like, oh, Princess, you look so good. Oh, you look so great. But I personally felt like I was starting to look sick. I felt like my neck was getting too skinny. My collarbone was getting too small. And I honestly did not enjoy it. So as of last year during Thanksgiving, I decided that I would gain more weight. I was like, I want to put my weight back on. I completely stopped exercising. I started adding sugar back to my diet, everything. So as of now, I'm back up from the 185 to 197. And a couple of weeks ago, I was sitting around 206 and I didn't feel good about it. Like, I just felt more like my energy felt low. I felt sluggish. And I was like, I don't like that. I want to get my weight back down. So I'm now back down to 197. I feel comfortable here, but I do at least want to try and tap that 170. And this might just be something I need to talk to a therapist about. I do want to tap into that 175 weight to see if I even like my body at that weight. I just know that that was the weight that my doctor first told me, hey, you're considered obese. You need to figure this out. And something about that number always made me feel like I can't go past 175. So again, maybe I need to digest that with a therapist. I'm just telling y'all my story as it is. This is not me saying what I think people should be or what I think the norm should look like. This is just what I'm saying for myself. So, with the surgery, I noticed that my initial weight gain, majorly weight gain, because again, throughout like high school and stuff, I always was just super active. I was a competitive dancer. I was on my high school dance team. My senior year of high school, I did not remake dance team. When that happened, dance is like, to me, my God-given talent. To this day, y'all can ask anybody around me. I spin, twirls, and dance around this house. Sad story, but my senior year of high school, I did not remake my high school dance team, and that completely shattered me. I'm talking about shattered me in the worst possible way. So at that same time, I decided I no longer wanted to dance at all. So I quit the studio that I was at. I refused to compete that summer, everything. And from now, my weight weight just gradually grew. I did not realize how much I was starting to gain weight until about my sophomore year of college. Me and my friends was going out one night. I'd have put on some shorts, my little denim shorts. I think I should have pulled up the pictures of this stuff. I'd have put on my denim shorts, put on my little red top with the crop outs. I felt very uncomfortable in my skin that night. I just remember being like, dang, I feel like I look good, like I got hips, like I got butt, like I got this and that, but I just felt stuffed and uncomfortable. Everything felt tight. And my friend happened to send me that day. She was going through her old picture. She sent me like an old picture from high school, and it looks like the outfit I had on that night when we was going out. I stitched the two pictures together, and my mind was blown when I seen how much my weight gained. At that moment, instead of just being like, you know what, girl, go to the gym, work out, do better, I just completely shut down, got sad about it, and my weight skyrocketed all the way until I reached 348 pounds. So once I hit about that 348 pounds, this is now me going into like my junior year of college. And I'm saying junior year, this is just my third year, girl. I definitely did not have enough credits to call myself a junior in college. But going into my third year of college is when I realized, this ain't right. Because now I'm around a different group of people. I'm around other people who in their third year of college and they actually juniors, and we about to get up out of here. We about to get married. We all want to start buying houses. So at that time, I'm around this different group of people, and they all super educated. They eat their fruits and vegetables. They work out regularly. Like, they're literally moving into this, to me, this phase of life where you're supposed to be an adult. You're supposed to be eating right. You're supposed to be doing stuff right. And I, at that moment, decided, oh yeah, I'm finna start working in the real world, getting a real job. I'm getting my own place. I have to start doing better. So naturally, first thing I do, go get my own place, get my own car note, start working a full-time job. I instantly go broke. So eating was not even an option. I could not eat. So at that point, I just started naturally losing weight. I think I dropped around 30 pounds during that time, and I felt so much better about myself. It started to feel good. Then I started making more money. I started working harder, making even more money. So I started eating again. And you know what happened? Instantly gained all the weight back. Then I turns around, loses my job, get real sad. I'm talking about not even leaving out of my apartment at times, getting all sad and down. And at this time, y'all, I'm only like 22, 23, 24, not even 24, 22, 21, 22, and 23 years old. Weight picks right back up. Like, the way my weight fell down in my first apartment from not being able to afford to eat to the way it picked up because I was sad and down and then was making a little bit more money and stuff, my weight kept going up and down real bad. So then fast forward to 2019. At this point, I done got a new job. I done got a new luxury little apartment, which was the last apartment that me and Bae was living in. I'm caught up on all my bills. I'm out of school altogether. I'm literally in the working field. I was a phlebotomist for 6 years in the working field. And everybody around me is just, it felt so successful. Like, they all working their jobs, they all eating right, they all got regular workout routines. So I decided once again to conform to my environment, start doing better. I tried the keto diet. I did keto for 3 months straight, no question. I still have my food journal. I literally still have the food journal from that time. That was 2018, 2019. Still got the food journal on my closet shelf. I didn't even realize how hardcore I was tracking my diet. Literally tracking every single thing I eat. If I ate one Ritz cracker, I wrote down, today I ate one Ritz cracker. Like, I would just keep a diary of everything I was eating for the day. That way, if I feel like I'm writing too much stuff down on the list, I stopped eating for the day. During that time, I lost about 40 pounds. Once again, feeling on top of the world, everything going good. And my mama saw that I was like going back and forth battling with my weight during all this time. Because my parents, both my parents used to be extremely heavy set. Basically the same weight that I was. Y'all know what my mama looked like now. You wouldn't imagine that. My mama, she used to look exactly like how I was looking back then. My aunt, she used to look exactly how I was looking. But of course, over time, all of them start eating right, start doing better. By this time, I'm out of their house. So my mama and dad are not feeding me. They're not over my food. My weight just fluctuating in like the worst possible way. So one of my mom's coworkers, her and my baby sister, they both worked in the ER at one of the local hospitals. And one of their coworkers went out to like a little party with them. So her coworker ended up asking my little sister, I can't eat none of the sweets or the desserts. Could you eat them and let me smell your plate and just tell me how it tastes? So my mama found that very interesting. Like, what do you mean you want my daughter to eat the food, you smell the food, and she described the taste of the food to you? And she was like, oh, I had weight loss surgery, so I can't really do the sugar. There go that little fly again picking with me. This is intentional. I can't eat the sweets and the sugars. I just really want to smell it. That'll kind of knock out my craving, and just getting her to describe the taste to her, which I now understand why she do that, because after I had my surgery, I sit and watch mukbangs like it ain't nobody business. Babe, oh, is that you, babe? No. Oh, I had to hear it. But I sit and watch videos like it was nobody's business. It's kind of like a coping mechanism, I think. So once my mama asked her coworker what was going on, and she explained the surgery to her, she was like, oh, that's very interesting. I might mention it to my daughter, see how she feel about it. So she ended up telling me about it, and me personally, I really did enjoy hearing what I heard about it, like how would it help you keep the weight off, all types of stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. To get started, that was in 2019. To get started with the surgery, first off, you need some sort of, you could pay out of pocket if you go out the country or something, but you can literally get it done covered by insurance in the US as long as you have health insurance. I had just got kicked off my daddy's health insurance. So my mom was like, well, the only way to get back on his insurance is if you go to school. So I was like, well, let me go back to school then, because by that time I hadn't dropped out of college. I re-enrolled in classes, getting ready to go back. I done set my first appointment with my surgery. And the freaking pandemic hit. So they stopped all elective surgeries. You can't just have surgery because you want to. You have to it's only emergency surgeries. Schools, they no longer taking people in to come in for the classes. And I was trying to go to one of my community colleges. They weren't doing online courses. So it was either you're going to be on campus or we not doing school at all. And I knew with the work schedule that I had, I could not do that at all. So when all of that happened, I just completely shut down the whole idea of having a weight loss surgery. Even though I had already met up with the surgeon, went to the orientation, went and seen a cardiologist, went and met with a nutrition. This is all stuff you have to do for the surgery. Had got back on my daddy insurance. And I was like, Lord, the pandemic hit. Let me just try to figure this out on my own. So I'm going to be honest. I lost about maybe 18 pounds. Then I met y'all homeboy. I met Bae. When I met him, all of that want to lose weight and diet stuff went out the window, because my man loves me just the way I am. He's perfectly fine with the type of person I am. So what did I do? Put all that weight on plus 8 pounds more. So here I am once again, 338 pounds. I'm like 24 years old at this point. So this is also all in the midst of the pandemic. And then I instantly stopped working because, again, with being with him, this is the least I've had to work. Like, I've always been a hard worker my whole life. But when I first got with him, I was like, hey, babe, I think I want to have some surgery. Is it okay if I stop working because I want to go back to school? He was like, oh, yeah, that's fine. I got us. Boom. Pandemic hit. Both of us can't work anyways. Turn around, get a little job, work that job for 6 weeks. I ain't got to do this. Now work again for 9 months. So I'm literally just sitting at home eating my life away, picking up weight, but my man's still telling me I'm beautiful every single day, so I'm not paying no attention to it. So in 2022, when I feel like the world was back to normal again and everybody outside and we all good and surgeries picked back up in the hospital, I started a new job. I was working at the hospital that I initially wanted to go have the surgery at. I started working in one of the doctor's office. So during my orientation, they mentioned the surgery. They was like, oh, say somebody, they was just telling you why you should sign up for insurance. They was like, we recommend you get our insurance because say you want to have weight loss surgery. Literally, the lady randomly said it. Say you want to have weight loss surgery. Well, guess what? You're working at a government hospital, so you don't have to pay your co-pays, and you got our insurance, so insurance is going to cover it anyway. So virtually, you're paying nothing out of pocket if you wanted to have something like weight loss surgery. She said that on my first day in orientation. By my third day on the job, I called my surgeon to set up the appointment. My surgeon was retiring the day after I had called. I called him on a Wednesday. His last day was that Thursday for retirement. So he ended up referring me to another doctor that was in the office. So when I called that doctor, I go back into work before I call that doctor. And I'm going to be honest, this is where my rant was kind of getting off track the last time I tried to film this video. That was my first time starting that job. I hadn't worked in about 9 months. And one of my coworkers that was set to train me, it was not even an older lady. She was honestly maybe 2-3 years older than me. So very strange that her energy was already so nasty. She was supposed to train me. I make a mistake. I'm telling you, I was a phlebotomist for 6 years. I have not worked in 9 months at this point. I go make a mistake, open my needle in the wrong direction, instantly throw the needle out, bring out a new needle, stick my patient, gone by my business. I turn around and go take my blood samples to the girl who was supposed to be training me. She did not realize I was standing behind her, and she's talking to one of the other ladies that worked there. This stupid bee, she didn't open up the needle the wrong way. Like, what the F is her problem? Ma'am, I don't even know your name. This is my first time doing anything in 9 months. My first day on the job, my third day on the job. Well, technically first, because I had been in orientation the first 2 days. Why are you being so nasty to me? Like, and it was weird because she's literally on like 2 or 3 years older than me, but she already had like bitter old lady energy attached to her. So when I heard that, I went on my lunch break, called my man boohoo crying like, babe, I don't want to be here. I'm ready to leave this job. He was like, come home today. I don't know what you up there for. Remembered that they were supposed to offer the surgery, and I was like, I think I want to have weight loss surgery. I did look it up that day on my lunch break. You have to be on that job for 6 months to get FMLA. You have to be on that job for at least 6 months to get disability. You have to be on that job at least 6 months with an accumulated time of PTO to get time off. I was like, babe, the surgery process is going to take about 6 months. I'm gonna stay on this job. Girl, in them 6 months, I got wrote up like 3 times. They was making me stay late to do stuff like run garbage, even though I'm literally the new girl. Like, it was just, that job was, I would love to do a sit down and y'all about all my past jobs, because it just, the amount of people I ran into in this world, given the bubbly personality that I have, it's some real negative Nancy's just in the work field. So anyways, I had decided that day that I was going to stay on the job up until the day that I get surgery. I said, babe, the day they approve me for surgery, I'm walking up out of here and I'm not looking back. So the process for surgery, this is how it started. The first thing you do, call your surgeon. I called my surgeon, told him that I wanted to have, I called the new surgeon, called him, told him I wanted to have the surgery. He was like, okay, well, it's going to be 2 months before I can get you in because I'm bagged up on appointments. But what you can do is go ahead and call your general doctor and set up a regular doctor's appointment, and I will fax you over all the paperwork, because for insurance purposes for this surgery, you do have to go see a physician for 6 months. You can literally set up all of those appointments at one time. So I told him that was fine. I knew I couldn't see him for 2 months, so I set my appointment with him that day. My doctor's office happened to be on the 2nd floor of the building that I was working in, so I walked up there. I was like, ma'am, I want to have weight loss surgery. Which, she's my family doctor. She's my dad's doctor, my mom's doctor, both my sister's doctor, my doctor, so she knows us very well. I was like, hey doctor, I want to have my surgery. They told me it's gonna be 2 months before I can actually see a surgeon for my first appointment, but he did say he faxed you over all the paperwork today that we can go ahead and get started with our appointments. Me and her sat there that day standing at the counter, and we set up my appointments for the next 6 months. She was like, this month you see me on this day, next month on this day, on the 3rd month this day. We just set it up, and we did it with my work schedule. That way, because of the type of job I had and the energy they was already displaying, I told her I did not feel comfortable asking them for time off for multiple doctor's appointment every single month. So she set it up to where I can come up there on my lunch break. She hurry up, get me in, get me out, and I get my little paperwork done and sent over to the physician. So I set up my appointment with my doctors. That's 6 months worth of doctor's appointments. Then I set up my appointment for my surgeon. Once I made it to my first appointment with my surgery, I already had 2 months worth of appointments with my physician, my regular general physician down pat. Then it was time to go see a cardiologist. Again, your surgeon is going to set up all of your appointments. So if this sounds like a lot of appointments, don't get scared. Your surgeon will set it all up. You just have to show up on these days. And no, as long as you have insurance, you're not going to owe money when you get there unless you have like a little copay. Copay is normally about $25 an appointment. Me personally, because I worked at a government hospital, I did not have to pay any other copays, because that's just one of the benefits of working at a government facility. So once I seen my surgeon, he set me up an appointment with a cardiologist. I went and seen the cardiologist. They set up a payment arrangement for you. I think it was like $900, but they set up a payment arrangement for you where you literally pay maybe $20 a month for the rest of your life until the $900 is paid off. Then you have to go see a therapist. I did go to therapy for the 6 months. They tell, again, your surgeon will help you set this up. He tell you what's covered by your insurance, where you can go, what days you go see him. And the point of the therapy is to make sure that you're not having the surgery for other people's benefit. Like, oh, I'm not having the surgery because maybe my man want me to have it, or because maybe my sister want me to have it, or my mama want me to have it. Then I'm literally having the surgery because this is something I want, and they're gonna deep dive into what causes your weight gain. During my time in therapy, we did discover that I had a food addiction. So because of that made me a qualified candidate for the surgery. One, you do have to have a certain BMI. I don't know what it is. I don't want to tell you no lie on no number. You're going to just have to go and Google it. But I had a high BMI. So because I had a high BMI, I did qualify for the surgery. And going through therapy, they did discover that I had a food addiction. So that's why I eat so much. We did discover with me, when it comes to eating, it wasn't necessarily that I was eating to feel full. It's the fact that when I put food on my tongue, I feel a release of endorphins. Like, I feel happiness. I feel better. So it would literally be me eating and eating and eating and eating because it feels good versus not even paying attention to the fact that I'm actually full. What?
I want some water.
Oh, the water. Yeah. I got a little table right here with all the beveraginos. You can keep it. I got another water right there. I got 2 waters. I had that water, a flavored water, and a coffee. Is it?
It feels terrible outside.
You also did hoop in the sun for 3 hours today, so that's probably why you hot.
Gotta get that exercise. No, we ain't got no ice.
But
you gotta let your ice machine. Yeah.
But back to what I'm saying with y'all. So so we did discover in therapy that I just eat because it feel good to eat. I don't even pay no mind to the fact that my stomach is full and I can't breathe. I did have a food addiction. Another thing you have to do is go see a nutritionist. Nutrition helps break down what you're currently eating and helps you understand how you're going to be eating going forward on the surgery. Like, they really break it down. Like, you have to prioritize. The first thing you should be eating is your protein. After your protein, eat your fiber, and then everything else fall after that. By the time you get through your protein and your fiber, you should be full anyway. So she was just showing me like certain meats to eat, certain vegetables to eat. Again, your surgeon set up all this, so don't be nervous. Like, that's a lot of appointments they have to go to. 6 months feels like a long time to wait on surgery. With you going to a doctor's appointment basically every 2 weeks for 6 months, them 6 months are gonna fly by, and during that time they're just tracking to see how you maintain your weight. So fast forward to it's actually time for surgery. I kid y'all not, I'm just throw this little part up in there because I do feel like that wasn't nothing but the grace of God, and it is hilarious to me that everything worked out the way that it did. My last day of work was the morning of my surgery. I told everybody around me, and I'm saying everybody around me, basically my family. My coworkers had no idea. My bosses had no idea. My last day of work was the day of my surgery. I had to be at work at 8 a.m. I had to check into the ER for my surgery at 4 a.m. So at 4 a.m., I went through the ER. At 5 a.m., they got me in my gown, checked in through the back. And then at 8 a.m. when my schedule started, because my mama already knew how my coworkers was treating me anyways, the job got worse from then on. That's all I'm telling y'all about that. When the job got worse, they treated me even worse. Like, it was just bad. Except for my supervisor. She was nice. She wasn't a younger lady, but she was older than me, but younger. She was super nice, super friendly. I could tell she had a heart for me, but them co-workers, they just wasn't it. They wasn't it. It was a very small group of women. I don't know why they instantly had an issue with me the second I came in on the job. It just was all bad news. But my mama knew everything. So at about 8 a.m. when that shift was supposed to start, my mama walked up over there. My baby had to be checked into the ER at 4 a.m. She won't be here today. And she turned out the door and walked away and left. Instantly, all my PTO kicked in after that. After my PTO ran out, my FMLA kicked in for a couple of weeks. After I used up all my FMLA, my disability kicked in. After my disability ran out, my unemployment kicked in. I literally got 4 months off of that job, fully being paid the whole entire time. And during that time is when I got my license to become an adjuster. So by the time my last day of unemployment hit, I already had a new job, literally making triple the amount of money I had ever made. If anybody's ever interested, again, I would love to do another video with y'all about the old jobs that I work. If anybody interested in making good money and having a good job, become an adjuster. That's what I was doing. That's what me and Bae was both doing. Best decision ever, literally changed the trajectory of our lives. Everybody think we got here and got everything that we got because we became content creators. No, it started off with us being adjusters. So anywho, fast forward to the day of my surgery. I'm checked in the ER. On the morning of my surgery, I was very scared and nervous to actually do the surgery because the night before I made the mistake of sitting on TikTok and looking up nothing but horror stories on the surgery. But the surgery itself is only 45 minutes long. So when I woke up from the surgery, I genuinely believed they didn't do it. I was like, they didn't do the surgery. Was there a complication? What happened? Did something go wrong? Then before my surgery, the surgeon called himself joking with me. Literally, they got me on the anesthetics. I'm drifting off, eyes closed. They finna lift me off of my stretcher onto the operating table. And they go, oh crap, where are we gonna put her arms? We didn't plan for that. So I'm like, what? Wake up, I'm in a panic that they didn't do the surgery, that something went wrong. They're like, no, princess, you've been in recovery for an hour and a half. Your surgeon, that was just a little joke he was doing. He does that to all his patients before y'all go into surgery. Your surgery went fine. I looked down at my stomach, y'all. It was just little band-aids. It's a laparoscopic surgery that they do with a robot. It was literally band-aids about that big, them tiny circle band-aids. That was it. 45-minute surgery. They instantly told me, get up, walk around the hospital, go use the bathroom. You do have to stay in the hospital for about 2 days because they want to make sure that you're at least able to drink beverages. So I did have to stay in the hospital for about 2 days. And my family, shame on them, y'all. Y'all would have thought I had just gave birth or something. My whole family came up in the hospital with cookout plates. They done made spaghetti, fried chicken, everybody eating. And I'm just sitting there like, ugh. Even the smell of the food smelled terrible. Man up there waiting on me with flowers. It was a whole sight to see, honestly. It was a little party in my room, if we just being real. So once they cleared me to make sure that I was able to at least swallow beverages, they then cleared me to be able to go home. When I got home is when the problems kicked in. You're not going to have an appetite after weight loss surgery. I'm telling you now, you're not going to want nothing to drink and you're not going to want nothing to eat. And it's going to be like that for about 2 months. I was absolutely refusing to take any beverages. My doctor told me, even if you don't eat a lick of food for 4 days in a row, make sure you're drinking your beverages. Did PrincessDi McQuarrie drink her beverages? No, she did not. Babe was even on my case trying to give me Gatorades to drink. I would not drink my beverages. I get up and walk around my apartment because they'll say, get your little steps in. So I would literally just walk back and forth in the living room of my apartment. Living room about this big. And I'm just walking back and forth, making sure I get my little steps in. But I was not drinking or eating anything. My energy level was low. And one day I'm sitting on the couch and I realized my fingers is stuck like this. Like they stiff. I literally can't move them. That same day, this is gonna answer one of the questions about people ask, can I have children after I have the surgery? Yes, you can. The surgery makes you more fertile. In fact, your doctor warns you, do not get pregnant in the first 18 months after you have surgery. Do not get pregnant. You got to get your nutrition back up. It's so much stuff you got to do within your body, but it's so easy to get pregnant after the surgery because you're experiencing rapid weight loss. Everything is basically getting better. Your pressure getting better, your cholesterol levels getting better. You're literally becoming a healthier person from eating less. So you instantly become way more fertile. And my doctor told me, do not make the mistake of getting pregnant in the first 18 months. Most people fall pregnant within the first 12 months. Just please don't make that mistake. So I decided I would go get new birth control put in. Went to the doctor that day to go get my birth control put in, and I fainted. End up going to the emergency room that night, like walked myself in, not know they had to transport me, but I walked myself to the emergency room that night, and come to find out my pressure was so low, like super low, that they was like, Princess, had you fallen asleep, there was a chance that would have been the last time you fell asleep, because that's how low my pressure was. It was specifically from dehydration. I did not, I think at that point it had been days since I hadn't even really took anything to drink. So they end up just giving me a little transfusion in the ER. I felt so much better that I could literally jump, hop, and skip the next day. So my doctor did set up for like the next 4 weeks. I went once a week for the next 4 weeks to this little clinic where I just sit there for like an hour and they just give me, again, all covered by insurance. So if you're wondering about the cost, I paid $0 for my surgery because everything was covered by the insurance, as well as by me working at a government facility. I did not have to pay my copays. So he just set it up to where I go once a week for the next 4 weeks, got some infusions, I upped my beverages, and I was perfectly fine after that. So I did end up losing about, I'm gonna say it's been 3 years now since I've had the surgery. I did end up losing about, I'm gonna say about 75 pounds in like the first 6 months of it. In about the first 6 months, I lost about 75 pounds, and then my weight hit a plateau. Like I was not losing a single, at that time, I think I was around about 225-ish, and I thought I was the baddest thing walking, baby. You couldn't tell me nothing about it. My hips was big, everything looked nice, but I did find it weird that, oh my goodness, it's only been 6 months, so why haven't I lost any more weight? End up going to go see my surgeon again, and he told me I did need to take a little break. He was like, you working out, you're eating better, you need to just chill out for a second. So after that, for about 9 days, I'm not gonna lie, I did not work out, and I ate whatever I wanted. somehow after them 9 days, 20 pounds fell off. Like literally just like that, which gave me I ended up losing a grand total of 138 pounds, which is when I got down to my smallest, which was 183. My smallest that I've ever weighed during this surgery time is 183. During that time, I had developed like an obsession with eating right and drinking only water and only drinking protein shakes. And during that time, I was posting content. So people knew during that time, like y'all could visually see it. I had the thigh gap and everything. So at that point, that's when I discovered Mama Jill online, and she told me how she ended. Well, she not told me, but she had posted how she had started getting an eating disorder basically because she wasn't eating enough food and she had lost way too much weight. So at that point was when I was like, okay, yeah, it's time for me to put on a little bit more weight because my little neck getting bad. And I just stopped working out, stopped eating better, started eating however I wanted to. I picked up a little bit more weight, which now I feel like I'm at a pretty comfortable spot. I feel comfortable where I'm at. I do want to try to see what 175 look on me, but I do feel very comfortable at what I'm at right now. So now I feel like I'm getting off topic. Let's go into the questions because I feel like it's so much I can just keep going on and on and on about, but I really do want to get into y'all questions. Let's start answering the questions that y'all have for me now. See all. Somebody, okay, how much was it? Again, you can go out the country and get the surgery done. And I think the people who say they go out the country, they may from back. I had my surgery in 2022. I was hearing that the going race for it was around $10,000. But again, if you have insurance, your insurance will cover the surgery. Somebody said, what happened to the fur baby? I don't know what that question is about, but I've never had a pet. I did have a cat. I used to have a cat a couple of years ago. Her name was Tabitha. Once she learned to unlock those and turn knobs, I had to go take her back. It was becoming too much. Just want you to know you look amazing. Thank you. How long was your recovery after surgery? So my recovery time, again, I wasn't eating at first. So because I wasn't eating, I was dehydrated. I'm going to say it took me about a month and a half to fully feel recovered from everything because I had to go through that process of getting infusions. But as far as your recovery time, 6 weeks. Your doctor tell you within 6 weeks, you should be fully functioning as a person, normal, just not eating normal. Of course, you only gonna be able to eat about that much food for about the first 4 months. Actually, after the surgery, you cannot eat food. You can't eat food for about 2 weeks after the surgery. They just want you to do liquids only, which is super easy because you won't have an appetite at all. Then over the next 2 weeks after that, they want you to start eating mechanical soft food. So that's like mashed potatoes. You can make you some scrambled eggs. You can eat applesauce. Then 2 weeks after that, they want you to start introducing food to yourself again. So like ground beef, sweet potatoes, stuff like that. So 6 weeks is about the recovery time that your doctor tell you. Hey, love your channel. What was rock bottom that made you have the surgery? I explained that. I decided to have the surgery once I realized I was stuck in this rut of gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight. And I dealt with that my whole life. So by me going to therapy and the therapist telling me, hey, you actually have a food addiction, that's when I knew it was time to have the surgery. Somebody said, why not just go ahead and get a BBL too? Honestly, I don't think I ever want a BBL. I feel like I got cake back there, especially since I lost the weight from the surgery. Naturally, that's just how my body did. Naturally, my body kind of fell into form. I always thought I was slim thick with a been up under that anyways. So I don't feel like I ever need a BBL. Now, would I ever consider a tummy tuck? Honestly, given the complications I see people go through with surgeries, I don't think I ever really want to do that. Like, I like my body. My man like my body. That's all that matters. So I don't think I'm ever gonna really get into doing the tummy tuck and getting all the skin and stuff removed because I honestly am just so comfortable with the way my body is. What made you want to get the weight loss surgery? I already said that. Somebody said, please help me lose weight. What did you eat? Well, of course, you know I had the surgery, but I just recommend eating high protein. If you're trying to lose weight and you don't want to do the surgery on your own, high protein, high protein. Eat all your chicken, all your fish, all your meat. Then follow that up by your vegetables. After you do your vegetables, do your starches and your carbohydrates. After that, give yourself one sweet treat. If you a person who likes sweets, the first thing I recommend, give yourself, like me, I try to give myself a day for sweet. So I'm like, okay, I know on this day a week I'm gonna want some sweet. If you one of those people who like, no, I need some sweet all the time, just give yourself one sweet throughout the day. If you eating right 97% of the day and you have a Snickers bar at dinner time, there's nothing wrong with that. You can eat fruits and vegetables all day and then eat a slice of cake after dinner. So just reprioritize the way you eat your food. What made you choose to have the gastric bypass over all the other options? Because the gastric bypass, again, I think I already said this, the gastric bypass gives you a higher weight loss chance. Like you could lose the most weight with the bypass. So that's why I chose that. What was the last straw before you made the decision? I already answered that. Did you have any health concerns associated with your weight beforehand? Yeah, I had the food addiction, and I was reaching being pre-diabetic. Diabetes run through my family, so I was reaching where I was becoming pre-diabetic. So that was another factor that played into me doing the surgery. This is the same person answering like the same. She asked like these last 6 questions came from the same person. What made you do it? Of course, I already answered that. Did they have to put you to sleep for the surgery? Yes, they do put you on an anesthetics for the surgery. But again, my eye twitching. Ooh, is that good luck? Don't that mean like money or something? The surgery is only 45 minutes long. So yeah, they do put you on the anesthetics. It was easy to come up off of it. I didn't need like no pain medicine or nothing when I came up out of it. It's just a 45-minute surgery. They literally cover your suture areas with band-aids. Somebody asked about our summer plans. That ain't got nothing to do with this right now. At first that ain't got nothing to do with nothing right now. How did you find yourself as a person? I don't know if this is related to the surgery, but I'm gonna answer this one because low key, one thing that I did discover since I had the surgery about myself, and I feel like a lot of people don't realize this. We use food to celebrate a lot. Like anytime you do good, let's go out to eat. Anytime you want to go on a date with your man, let's go get food. Anytime you want to hang out with your friends, let's go get food. Like I realized that food was the center of a lot of just, I'm sad, eat food. I'm mad, let me go cook me something nice. Like I'm getting over somebody, let's make a dinner. Food was the center of a lot of stuff. Literally, me and Bae have a date tomorrow. He was like, Bae, I really want to take you out to a seafood place. And I was like, no, let's go shopping instead. You realize once you had a surgery, how much food is the center of a lot of your activities versus I learned food is fuel. That's literally all I say to myself. Food is fuel. It's just gas like you put in your car. Food is just fuel to get you through the day. It doesn't have to be something that I'm so excited about. Like I'm just looking forward to cooking a big Sunday dinner. I'm looking forward to going home, having a nice big breakfast for my man the next day. I found more time to be able to do other things now. So yeah, I like to go shopping more. Yeah, I like to go find activities to do. Like to me, a fun date is going to go walk at the park versus going to go sit at brunch with my homegirls. I'm like, let's go downtown and go walk and sightsee and see the city. Oh, let's go to the water boat and go see this and see that. So I did find myself as a person as far as activities. Like let's spend time teaching yourself to do your nails. Like you don't realize how much time you spend in saying, let me go get something to eat. Like once you have the surgery and food is decentered for you, you do realize, dang, I could have been doing all that. I could have been out going to go skate, but I'm always want to go sit down at a restaurant. That ain't got nothing to do with this. Dedication to losing weight and not emotionally eating. Yeah, I was an emotional eater big time. So I don't know if that was a question, but yeah, you do realize you stop becoming an emotional eater. Babe, you mind shutting your door? You mind shutting your door? OMG, you are so beautiful. We're cancer twins. Okay, cancer twin, what it up? What made you? Question for you. Do you notice anything different about me now that I done had the surgery?
Do I notice anything different?
Yeah, because you was with me. What we was together with 2 years before I even had the surgery.
Yeah.
Is there anything different you notice about me with the surgery?
I mean, like, are we talking about the obvious? Or like, what are we talking about right now?
I don't know. Just in general.
I mean, the things that I'm going to say, I don't think I can say on camera.
So no, I'm basically the same person.
I mean, to me, you still the same, literally the same bright like person. You like your personality ain't changed at all.
Yeah, no, definitely that. People who I do one of that, like people who knew me before the surgery versus now. Yeah, you literally I'm the exact same person, but yeah, the other stuff we can't mention.
For these two little twists, you see that they always tangle up. I don't know why they end up making one.
I don't know why they do that neither. I noticed that in your Snapchat you posted earlier today. It looked like they was tangled. He's so handsome. Oh, we so cute together. Chocolate. I like it.
You blacker than me.
No, I'm lighter than you.
I'm a nice mocha color.
I'm a nice. This my color.
Shit.
Walk away so I can finish doing this real quick. Somebody asked, did it get? Give me a kiss. Love you.
Love you.
Somebody asked, did it get covered by insurance? I already answered that for y'all. Will you ever get a trainer or nutritionist to help you further your weight loss? No, not from. I do believe it's been 3 years now since I've had the surgery, so I do feel like I pretty much know what I am and ain't supposed to do. Do I always do what I am and ain't supposed to do? No, but I don't think I need like a trainer or a nutritionist to help me reach the weight loss goals that I have going forward. Have you learned about nutrition and better eating habits since the weight loss surgery? 100% yes. Like, I was the type of person who didn't like fruits and vegetables wasn't normal to me. When I used to go over to one of my friends' house, she always used to have like apple slices and stuff and yogurt and stuff up in her fridge. And say we watching a movie, she wanted her apple slices and her yogurt. And I'm like, girl, you was doing the most. What you mean you want apple slices and yogurt? I want my chips. I want my cookies. I want me a nice big soda. I now understand, like, oh dang, like it didn't have to be snacky snacks. It could just be apple slices and stuff like that. So yeah, I did learn a whole lot more about nutrition. Like with your sodas, I don't do sodas at all. You're not supposed to do carbonated drinks on the surgery anyways, because the carbonation from the sodas can make your stomach expand. But from Utah, the heck. But the carbonated drinks could cause your stomach to expand. So since my surgery 3 years ago, I just don't do carbonated drinks. I never cared for them because I didn't like the fizz down my throat. But yeah, you can do like sugar-free teas. Like I love loaded teas. Baby girl love loaded teas. I love my protein shakes and my little protein coffees. This is all stuff that I would not go near before the surgery. But because I could only do that for so much amount of time during the process and the recovery phase of my surgery, is now like my favorite thing. I love drinking protein shakes and stuff. Do you have excess skin to cut off from the surgery? And you look so beautiful. Thank you for saying that so beautiful part at the end, because it's always just, you never know what people coming from when they ask that. As far as loose skin, I guess, let me try to show y'all something real quick. I'll just show y'all a little bit. I don't have much on my stomach. My stomach is what my stomach is. This is the thighs. That's the thighs. I got on shorts, don't worry. These are shorts, but this is my thighs. I still feel like my thighs look pretty normal. I don't have like no loose skin around like my neck and stuff. And my doctor said part of that is because I'm young. She was like, you're young, so all of that'll just instantly go back in. My arms, I feel like y'all have seen my arms plenty of times before. This is the loose skin on my arm. Now, this is my fault. I have no upper body strength. I literally cannot do one single push-up right now. I have not worked out my arms at all in the last 3 years. This is my arms, my angel wings. So that's the loose skin on my arms. Surgery, if you do want to get the loose skin removed because you've had the weight loss surgery, you do get a tummy tuck completely covered by insurance. Get this removed, completely covered by insurance. The thigh skin, you can get that completely removed, covered by insurance. Breast reduction, completely covered by insurance, all because you had the weight loss surgery. So it's now, this is considered like a medical issue. I can say it's irritating me, I can't clean it well, and they'll get rid of it. But this is the gist of the loose skin for me. So I used to be insecure about that. I'm not now. Y'all see how I just freely showed y'all all of that. My stomach, it's nothing much to show. I got on a dress, so it's hard to show, but this is my stomach. Like, this is considered loose skin. That's the stomach. Like, it's not much. It's not much. None a waist trainer couldn't fix. And I'm not saying fix because I do believe there's a way I could probably work out and get rid of that. But it ain't nothing I can't hide behind like a waist trainer if I just wanted to wear a dress or something. I can still freely wear bikinis and feel pretty in it. I like to wear my shorts low on my belly sometimes to let my little belly button show. So I personally feel like my weight loss on my loose skin is not that big of a deal. Would you go through weight loss surgery again after having the experience you had so far? Yeah, 100%. I 100% recommend the weight loss surgery to anybody who want to have it. I definitely think it opened up more opportunity for me in the sense of I'm not spending so much time worried about food all the time. I'm now like, oh, well, instead of eating right now, let's go walk at the park. So I'm getting out more. Instead of eating right now, let's go shopping. So I'm buying me new clothes. Of course, clothes fit better. When I was thicker, it was hard. Girl, I still got my jacket up. When I was thicker, of course, I got to order clothes online and it's hard to find little outfits. I'm now at the point where I can go into the store. I wear between a medium and a large now. I used to wear a 3X. So I'm now at the point where if I want to go into the store and try on stuff, I could just go buy clothes out the store right there. I'm not paying extra cost because the clothes cost more. And that's actually something I still struggle with now. In my mind, I'm still the size I used to be. Like, I know I can step on the scale and see that's not the truth. I know I can look in the mirror and see that's not the truth. But I do feel like sometimes I'm still that size. So I have the issue of, like, all of my jeans right now, every pair of jeans I own right now is too big. And it's because I go in the store, I pick up the same size. I'm like, well, I can't possibly wear that size. I think right now in jeans, I actually wear a 10. And I still be buying 14s because I'm like, it's no way I'm gonna fit that. There's no way I'm gonna fit that. This dress, I think this jacket is a large and the dress is a medium. And I'm still always, I think I need a bigger size just to be on the safe side. So I do still struggle with that a lot. That's one of my biggest struggles to this day. Buying clothes that's my new size. Let me see. Just want to say that they're happy for me. Y'all send me so much love and compliments. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. How was your weight loss journey? Any suggestions? Because I need help. Again, just prioritize the way that you eat. That's pretty much it. What was the turning point and the reason you decided to get the surgery? We've already covered that. What were some pros and cons about your surgery? Of course, the pro is the weight loss. The con is mentally, you still want to eat. I'm telling you right now, mentally, you're still going to want to eat. I will look at a plate of food and instantly be like, that's not enough. Eat some of the food, by halfway through, already full. But sometimes I get sad because I want more. The sweets, oh my goodness. If I even smell a donut, tell them what happens.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be shitting and farting all over the place.
If I even smell a donut, the con is sweating. The con is the sugars. You just can't do the sugars. You really cannot do sugar anymore. You will get dumping syndrome. Look it up. I've had it plenty of times. It ain't been days I'm completely naked, laying on the bathroom floor, trying to get a feel of cool air because my body is breaking out in sweats because I had to taste a cupcake. And I know it to this day. It's a cupcake I want right now. A donut. I can't touch. I can't smell a donut. That's the one thing I hate because I like donuts. I cannot even look at a donut, or I promise you, I'm gonna be on that toilet. You have to put. It's like as if you took a super maximum laxative. Everything in you, your back gonna be smaller when you get out that toilet. You're gonna have to use that bathroom. Your body is going to break out in hives and sweat. You cannot do sugar after this surgery. So if you just feel like that's something you can't give up, then don't do the surgery. I'm telling you right now, you cannot do sugars after the surgery. How much was the surgery? I already went over that. How I met Bay ain't got nothing to do with this. Were you happy about your weight loss? Yes, I was happy about the weight loss because of course, you can wear better. You can fit more clothes now. It's cheaper to shop for clothes now. I didn't realize I used to be one of those people who complain about booths in restaurants because I always felt like this booth too small. Girl, the first time I went to a Waffle House after I had lost like 75 pounds, I could not believe it. I was like, oh my goodness. The booth was not too small. I was just couldn't fit in the booth. That's all it was. Like I was shocked. at the amount of chairs that I was uncomfortable. I didn't even realize because I had been plus size my whole life. I just honestly thought everybody else was the problem. Like, why aren't y'all booths bigger? No, I just couldn't fit in the booth. Like, I did discover that after I started back going, because it was about a year that I didn't even go out to eat after the surgery because I was that turned off by food. Like, I just didn't want to eat, so it didn't make no sense to me to have to go out to eat. Once I started back going out, I was like, oh dang, like I can fit in this chair again. Like, I honestly, that kind of blew me away. Did the surgery hurt? Not at all. It's a 45-minute surgery. Again, they cover up your surgery with band-aids. The surgery did not hurt at all. This is random, nothing to do with surgery. Somebody asked, does content stuff ever get overwhelming for you? I'm just throw this up in there real quick. For me, no. And the reason I say no is because of the support system I have around me. Like, I understand with some creators, especially like those content creators who like make the living alone diaries and they single or they might not have kids. Even if you just like a single mom and it's you making content for your kids, but you don't have no friends. I'm fortunate enough that I have friends, I have family, I got a man. So for me, I wake up, make my content, post my content, go hang out with my man, make some more content, post my content, talk to my mama, talk to my friends, make some more content. So I'm not like one of those people who be in my comments and stuff all day. So for me, content don't get overwhelming. I actually stroll online less than I post online. So content's never overwhelming for me, but that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Somebody asked for a day in the life. Did they got nothing to do with this surgery? How am I doing mentally? I'm doing good. I'm gonna be honest, I have been an emotional wreck for the last few days just because we have so much going on right now, and I'm a crybaby. I'm a real crybaby, and anytime something feel wrong, I don't get like angry and upset. I get emotional, like crybaby. So literally before Mother's Day, before we was getting ready to head over there, I was like, babe, I think I need to sit here and cry for a minute, which I did find out as of yesterday my cycle came on, so that's where it came from. I was like, I just feel like I just need to lay down and cry for a minute. He was like, you all right? And I was like, yeah, I think I just need to lay and cry. And I laid in the bed and I cried for about 15 minutes, just laying on the pillow, just crying. He kept coming in, you okay? You still, tears still flowing? Yep. Just let me get it all out real quick, just because we just came back from spring break. Now we going into summer break. Now we got, I'm not telling y'all nothing about nothing, but now we got other stuff going on. So I just was like, I need a moment to sit down and tear up. Do I think that have anything to do with the weight loss? Yes, only because before my weight loss, I was very irregular with my cycles. Since the weight loss, I am now regular. My cycle come every single month, even on my birth control. It comes every single month like clockwork, and it makes me cry. I will cry for about 3 days straight when my cycle is coming on. It literally, what did I cry about the other day? I think it was something about a TV show. It wasn't nothing to watch on TV. And I don't know what to do. I don't want to get on the internet and just be scrolling online. And it ain't nothing to watch on TV. We ain't got no good snacks in the house. I know my cycle finna come on when I want a snack. I just laid on the couch and cried. And he like, babe, what you need me to go get you a Snickers or something? I'm a crybaby. I cries. Where I'm from don't got nothing to do with this. Alabama is the answer. They ask about content. They asking what's baby girl real name. If you don't know it by now, you ain't no true follower. Ask me about me, baby girl. What this got to do with weight loss? What is the weight qualifications for it, and is it super expensive? We already went over the expense. As far as the weight qualifications, you can't just say, oh, I just want to have the surgery. One of my sisters, my younger sister, tried to do it with me. We went to the same appointments together, and the doctors denied her because she was not big enough. They was like, your weight isn't that bad, and from what we see, you could lose the weight. You have not tried to lose the weight. Try and lose the weight, and then we'll reconsider. So my sister literally ate a pack of Oreos, like a full pack, family size pack of Oreos, every single day for 7 days straight before her next appointment so she could try and gain weight for the surgery. They instantly spotted that once she got to her second appointment. They was like, no, you cannot have the surgery. You're purposely putting on weight to have surgery so you cannot eat to lose weight. Just try not eating to lose weight. Guess what my sister did, y'all? Over the next year, my sister started working out and she started eating better. She lost 90 pounds. So no, they don't just give you the surgery. Are you gaining weight back now due to the 2-year mark? A lot of people do, just curious. Yeah, you can gain weight back. If you just completely don't do what you're supposed to do, you can gain weight back. That's the thing about it. Your doctor, as long as you sticking to what you're supposed to do, you should be good for 10 to 15 years on the surgery. You should not gain back weight 10 to 15 years after you had the surgery, as long as you're eating your proteins and your fibers first, drinking all your water. You're supposed to do at least like 64 ounces of water a day. Drink your water every single day, and at least do a 20-minute walk at least 5 days a week. If you stick to that, then you should be good for about 15 years. If you do not stick to that, yes, you will gain weight back. Again, I told y'all I tried to gain a little weight because I felt like I was starting to look sickly last year around Christmas time, well, Thanksgiving time. So I did put on about 15 pounds. Since then, I have lost about 10 of it. And I'm trying to now get down to 175. So yeah, you can gain weight. So I do have days on my cycle, my weight go up 3 pounds instantly every single time. I gain 3 pounds every time my cycle come on, but that's the water retention. Then I instantly lose the 3 pounds once my cycle go off. And then if I'm not working out and I'm eating whatever I want, I will gain about 4 or 5 pounds. But the second I'm like, today is the day I'm eating right. If I just eat right and work out for 7 days, the weight plus more fall off every single time. So yeah, you can gain back weight. I hadn't necessarily, at most I done gained about 11 pounds back. I hear you speak about no hair. Did your hair fall out due to the weight loss surgery? Yes. Hair loss is a side effect of the weight loss surgery, but it's only for your first year. So for that first year, yeah, my hair thinned out real bad around the front, and I did lose a lot of hair. After that first year, it went away. But I was okay with trading that for the weight loss. My doctor did explain that to me beforehand. I didn't care. I'd rather be bald and fit than have a thick head full of hair and I'm huffing and puffing while I'm walking. So yes, you can lose hair from the weight loss. Do you work out, walk, or did you just have the surgery and let it do its thing? Yeah, the surgery won't work if you don't do what you're supposed to do. So yes, I do regularly walk. That's the whole reason I even bought an Apple Watch. I do regularly try to get steps in. Try to do about 10K a day. That's it. Just try to get you about 10K. You don't have to do workout where you doing burpees and push-ups all day. Literally, just even if it's just you walking back and forth to your mailbox, just try walking every single day. Is your health okay afterwards, like your blood work wise? I just recently had surgery in December. Yes, everything goes. Your cholesterol get better, your sugar levels get better, that pre-diabetic stuff tossed completely out the window. Everything, you become more fertile. Everything improves after the surgery. Why did you have the weight loss surgery? I already answered that. Why did you decide? I already answered that. What made you want to get it? I already answered that. Did your bra size decrease? 100%, y'all. Actually, now my current bra size is smaller than what I appear. Anytime I know this because 2 months ago I went and got sized again at Lane Bryant at Torrid. Your bra size completely goes down. Like, I ain't gonna lie. TMI, I ain't gonna even tell y'all that part. Your bra size goes down. You're gonna lose a lot of fat up here in your chest. That's why they give you a breast reduction free of charge with your insurance after you've had the surgery, because you lose a lot of fat up here in your chest. So yes, I literally decreased. I used to be around my bust area. I used to be a 42. I'm now with 36. And my cup size, I used to be like a double G, double H, whichever one the highest is, like a triple S, something like that. I'm now just a double D. So yeah, your bra size 100% does decrease. Did the weight loss change your relationship with food? I already explained it. How do I feel about the GLP-1? Can't lie, I want to try it. 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 If anybody got any information where I could just go get that over the counter somewhere without having to ask my doctor for it, let me know. I would love to try it. How did you start to get comfortable with making content that ain't got nothing to do with this? Yeah, if y'all want me to do a content Q&A, I notice y'all like these sit down chit chats. If y'all want me to do a content Q&A, I'll do one because I see there's a lot of content questions. How was the recovery process? I already explained that. Do you think you've gotten similar results with the GLP-1? I've never taken the GLP-1, but I do think it's very similar results. What was the worst part about the process? The worst part is just the water. forcing yourself to drink water. I don't, to this day, I don't drink as much water as I should. The hardest part is drinking water. Like, you have to stay on top of your hydration. And the reason I say that part is hard, with the surgery, you cannot drink water and eat at the same time. Drink any type of beverage and eat at the same time. You have to wait at least 30 minutes after your last beverage before you eat, and you have to wait 30 minutes after you eat before you can have your first beverage. Again, my struggle is when it come to being thirsty or hungry, you gonna have it at the same time. So I'm like, dang, do I want something to drink right now or something to eat right now? My problem is choosing I want something to eat right now instead of having something to drink. So I would literally be like, okay, I know I need to drink something in 30 minutes, but I really want to bite this chalupa bae. So I'm going to bite bae chalupa, take 2 bites, get full, and now I got to wait 30 minutes to drink. And in 30 minutes, instead of drinking, I want one more bite of a chalupa. Because at any given time when I'm eating food, I will eat 2 or 3 bites and be full. And then I'm like, dang. Okay, in 30 minutes, I need to give me something to drink. And then in 30 minutes, instead, I choose to take a bite of food again. And then I got to wait again on liquid. So it'd be hard for me to always get my beverages in. Somebody, can you help me out with the weight loss? What made you have the surgery? Do you feel like after losing the weight, it boosted your confidence? You are beautiful. Actually, no. I was more, again, I spent my whole life being BBW basically. I was way more confident in my body beforehand. I felt like it made me stand out from the crowd that I was so chocolate, and I had such a bubbly, nice personality, a big, pretty smile, and I was a BBW. So I thought I was unf-wittable when I was a BBW. Since then, and call this weird or not, I feel like being in a smaller body put me on an even playing field with every other girl in the world. So I be feeling like, dang, now I gotta bring something to the table. Now I need to actually be able to dress and style and wow. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I had a whole lot more confidence when I was thicker, because I felt like being thicker made me stand out from the crowd. You gonna look at me anyways because I'm already bigger. You gonna look at me anyways because I'm already as dark as I am. You gonna look at me anyways because I got a nice big pretty smile. You gonna look at me anyways because I got a big bubbly personality. So I just felt like it was all eyes on me when I was a thickums, and it made me have this little sense of confidence. Versus now I feel like, and it could be because I got a man, I don't be checking for nobody, I feel like folks ain't really looking at me because I'm just average. That's just how I feel about it. What made you get the surgery? I answered that. Is there anything you loved before the surgery that you can no longer eat at all? Yes, pork. One is the sweets. I've already said that. In pork, you literally, I used to love to tear down some pork chop, some ribs, some bacon, all of that. I can't really digest pork anymore. So when it come to that stuff, I can't really do pork, which is sad because beforehand, baby, I love me some swine. What made you get the surgery? I already said that. When did you know it was time to get the surgery? Basically when my mama suggested it to me. When my mama suggested it, mother knows best. So when she was like, oh, Nuki, you should think about looking into it. Not like, hey, you need to go have this surgery. She was just like, oh, I just heard this from my coworker. And I'm like, you know what? And I weighed more than my dad. During that time, I realized I had got on the scale or something. My daddy had been working out. He was on the scale, and I was heavier than my daddy. And something about being heavier than my daddy made me feel a little bad. So that's when I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and go look into this. Would I get a breast reduction? Yes. That's one surgery I will consider in the future. I do want to have kids first because my GYN told me that when you have a breast reduction before you have children, that it makes it difficult to breastfeed afterwards. So I don't want to have a breast reduction until I know I'm done having kids. Plus my mom's had a breast reduction, my aunts had a breast reduction, my cousins have had breast reduction. So everybody in my family has pretty much had breast reduction. So I feel pretty comfortable with having a surgery like that. So yeah, one day I would do a breast reduction. And that's only because this is when I was saying TMI earlier. I'll go ahead and tell her these things hang and flame. I want to pick them up. I don't want to have to wear no bra. I want to just be able to put my little t-shirt on and they sit up how they should. So yes, I wouldn't mind having a breast reduction one day. Are you going to get the excess skin removed after surgery? I don't ever plan to. It's not like something that I'm sitting and waiting on and counting down. I told y'all I'm pretty comfortable with the skin that I have, so I don't think I'm really gonna necessarily look into that because I'm not just trying to get cut and have all these surgeries. How much weight have you gained post-op? What is your current weight? My current weight is 198. I think I'm current, which I'm on my cycle right now, so it's probably 201 or something. But yeah, I'm basically sitting around 200 pounds as of right now. And then I told y'all about when I gain weight and lose weight. What's your diet and workout before weight loss surgery? None. I was not working out at all. I was not eating right at all. I was just doing having my way with food. That was it before surgery. Having gone through it, would you have had the weight loss surgery if you could go back in time? I answered that, yeah, I would definitely do it all over again. I won't like weight loss surgery, but I'm trying to do it myself first. Did you try to do it yourself first? I had tried again in the past and told y'all my weight would go up and down. I know how to diet. My weight would go up and down, and that's another factor. If you notice that you're one of those people who lose weight and gain weight and lose weight and gain weight, you would be a candidate for the surgery because it's hard for you to keep it off. The surgery helps you maintain keeping it off. What did you find was the most effective? Upping my protein. Upping my protein changed everything. When you up your protein, you full longer, so you eat a lot less, and upping your beverages, because the beverages make you feel full. So just drink you some loaded teas, get you a protein coffee, get you a little protein bar. You notice your energy levels go up and you less hungry throughout the day. How did me and baby meet? Ain't got nothing to do with this. OMG, you're absolutely beautiful. Thank you. This is the heart. Thank you so much. I love when y'all give me compliments. Like that does a lot for me. So thank you so much. I'm thinking about getting it. What did you struggle with the most? Again, my biggest struggle was getting my water in, drinking my water. Did you exercise the first 4 months, or did you just do your daily routine? Yeah, I just walk. I walk. I'll do workout classes here and there. I'm not like a hardcore worker. I like weights, but I have to go to the gym, and I don't like being in the gym alone. And my man don't do a gym at all. He will go and hoop. He did it today. Hooped out in the sun for 3 straight hours. He don't like the inside of a gym. I don't like to go to the gym alone. So the only time I go to the gym is when I'm with a friend. If I will go alone if I'm taking a class. I'm very uncomfortable with going to the gym by myself because I feel like I look like I don't know what I'm doing. But if I'm with a friend, I can talk to them and it's fine. So I just walk. I walk all the time. Baby with or without the weight, you look good. Oh, but do you struggle with sizes now? Yeah, like I said, I struggle. Thank you, first of all, baby. With or without the weight, face card never decline. Yeah, I look good in my throwbacks. I look good, Cho. I look good, slim. What Meg Thee Stallion was saying, she was talking about me. Yes, I do struggle with sizes now because, again, I always feel like I'm bigger than what I actually am. So that's just one thing. Dream vacation spots ain't got nothing to do with this. What was the final straw that pushed you to get the surgery? I already answered that. What made you want to make the change? I already answered that. Do you miss the weight? And I love your videos. Do I miss the weight? No. And I say no because it really was a lot of work to get to where I'm at now. I don't want to have to go through that struggle again. There was a lot of time in my life of dealing with fluctuating weight. I'm just past that. I don't ever want to have to go back through that. So I'd rather do what I need to now to maintain where I'm at versus allowing myself to get back to that. Now, when it comes to pregnancy, that is a fear of mine that I have to come. Like, I know that you're going to gain weight as you when you're going through a pregnancy. I know that you're going to gain weight. I am afraid because of the food addiction that I'm going to allow myself to just constantly eat. But I don't want to give myself the excuse of, well, I'm pregnant, I should be able to eat what I want, and I'm pregnant, the baby want it. I do have a slight fear that I might let that happen, and I don't want to let that happen. But because I'm already aware that I might have that fear, I pray that I avoid it during pregnancy. But I do have a slight fear of gaining so much weight during my pregnancy that I just get discouraged when I come up out of it and don't lose the weight. But who knows? We'll see how. Of course, then I got my man gonna help me get through it. So we'll figure it out once we cross that bridge. Did it hurt getting the surgery? No, the surgery did not hurt. What's your favorite song? Ain't got nothing to do with this. You are cute both ways. Thank you, boo. Do you ever feel like being a step parent prepared you for when you have your own? That has nothing to do with this. Do you feel like your weight loss has made people change their attitude towards you? Yes. And I say that in a good way and in a bad way. No, I'm just saying the bad way. Yeah, people feel like because you've lost the weight that you think you're better, so people tend to treat you a little bit funnier or be weird around you about everything you eat. Like, people watch my food all the time. And it be harmless sometimes, but no matter where I go, now that folks know that I've had the surgery, people just constantly watch what I eat. You sure you're supposed to be eating that? Like, girl, I'm eating one taco. Leave me alone. Let me eat my one taco. You sure you're supposed to be eating it? It's one hot dog. Let me eat one hot. You're going to go home and eat 3-4 hot dogs. Let me eat my one hot dog. Folks constantly ask me, you sure you're supposed to be eating all that? You sure? There she goes. She finna put back on the weight. Like, why are you so afraid that I'm gonna gain weight? Why are you so bothered that I might be eating too much? It literally is my body. It has nothing to do with you. People constantly nitpick at even just in real life. People watch with the microphone, like with the magnifying glass, what I am eating all the time. I will be out with friends and it's harmless. Princess, you sure you're gonna be able to eat all that? Yes, I wouldn't have ordered it if I wasn't going to be able to eat it. People constantly put a magnifying glass over what I'm eating. And it's like when I was bigger, y'all weren't doing that. Like, y'all probably was silently judging me. But now that I've lost the weight, you see that I've lost the weight. People still always question, well, do you want to lose more weight? You sure you're going to be able to lose weight if you eat like that? Like, girl, I just lost 138 pounds. I can eat an egg roll. Leave me alone. So, yeah, people act very funny towards me about the surgery, because they just assume you shouldn't eat nothing. And then don't let me not eat. I mentioned in my last vlog that I didn't eat for 2 days last week. No, I did not eat food for 2 days last week. Sometimes that happens. You have days you don't want to eat. What do you mean you didn't eat? That's so stupid. Like, you mad at me for not eating enough food. You mad at me because you think I'm eating too much food. You worried if I'm a gain a pound or two. Like, it's honestly that's the most frustrating part about it. Everybody now consumes their self with what I'm eating and what I weigh. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to eat an egg roll today, and then I might eat nothing but salad tomorrow. It just is what it is. Did the weight loss boost your confidence? No, it didn't. It didn't boost my confidence. I've always had a lot of confidence anyways. So, nah, I ain't going to say the weight loss boosted my confidence. Nah. What made you want to get the surgery? I already answered that. You are so gorgeous. Thank you so much for that. I love watching your videos. We're down to the last 5 questions. Will your stomach always be the same size even when you're pregnant? Yes. Babies are in the uterus, so my stomach, my little pouch, is gonna stay the same size. Of course, muscles can stretch. So over the 15 years, if I'm constantly forcing myself to eat more, of course the muscle will stretch and I will gain the weight back. But I have control over that. All I have to do is simply not overeat, not overindulge. If I just stick to what I should be eating and how I'm supposed to be eating, then the muscle will stay tight, it will stay right, and my stomach will forever be the same size it's supposed to be. As far as pregnancy, a lot of people be like, well, if you pregnant, how you gonna get enough nutrition in if you're not eating food? Girl, eating 2 hamburgers and a bowl of macaroni and cheese is not where you get your nutrition from. That's where your vitamins come in. You're supposed to be taking I do have to take vitamins for the rest of my life. Even as someone who hasn't had the surgery, you should be taking vitamins every single day. So taking vitamins, I take Ollie vitamins. Taking vitamins every day is not an inconvenience. I literally take it after I get done brushing my teeth in the morning. I brush my teeth, do my little mouthwash, pop my vitamins. I got gummy vitamins, so they taste like a snack to me. Pop my little vitamins in, and I'm good to go. So thinking that I need to eat more food to get more nutrition during pregnancy is not the truth. That's not the case at all. You need to take your prenatals, take your normal vitamin, take your iron pill, take your calcium pills. That's how you get nutrition. I'm telling y'all, eating a bowl of ice cream and mixing it up with hot Cheetos and a pickle and eating 3 hamburgers and macaroni and cheese, that don't give no pregnant woman no nutrition. That's just you eating your cravings. That's not giving you no more nutrition. All I have to do is take my vitamins. What is your sign? I'm a Cancer. The camera just died, so he's swapping over to my cell phone. There was only 2 more questions left on the list, though. Again, the second question was, when you have kids, will your appetite increase? Again, during pregnancy, I'm sure it's going to increase. I've never been pregnant before, so I can't really speak on that. But I'm sure my appetite will increase, but hopefully with a little mental stability, I'll be able to put a hold on that. And then the last comment was saying that y'all really enjoy the videos. This was a long vlog. I have no idea how long I actually just sat and talked to y'all. All I know is that this camera was fully charged when we got started, and now I have completely exhausted the battery. I enjoyed doing this little sit down with y'all. I hope I answered any questions y'all have. If y'all have more questions, of course, drop it down in the comment section below and I will just answer it to you in the comments. Y'all know I love to chit chat and talk with y'all on the comments. My throat hurts from all this chit chat. I'm actually hungry now. I'm hot sitting up under this light up over here that I've been sitting on. But this is fun. I like talking with y'all. Again, I hope I answered everything that y'all had. Again, I will answer any questions that you have. I know I'm steadily repeating myself. I will see y'all in the next vlog.